and she stepped on the ball. oh, hello, tube.
Hi. Hello you guys, and welcome back to another svSomeday. And welcome all our new subscribers. Thanks for joining. Is that like a cult?
Yeah, you've joined the cult.
Thanks for liking and subscribing.
There's no membership fees or anything.
What do we do today?
It's hot. It's hot to the tune of 110, 115 degrees here. So for the project list this time around, we kind of focused on cutting down on some of that heat to make it a little more bearable, because it's just hot. They wanted to spot check some temperatures around the boat. It is 101.7 inside the boat. SETI 103. SETI where the sun shines on it 122. V-berth cushion where the sun doesn't shine on it 107. Where the sun does shine on it 113. The bottom of this hatch is 141.3. The floor of the joint is only 96, so that's good. The sun hasn't reached there yet, but it will.
We didn't buy it for that.
But we didn't buy it for that. This is our Stargazer 200. I fashioned that out of insulating foam and some duct tape.
So one of the things that we did was we installed a shade on either side of our Bimini so that we can block out the sun. So today's supposed to be one of the hottest days of the year with 108 degrees, and the field temperature is going to be 113. So we're going to enhance our boat so it's more comfortable when it's this hot. So one of the first things that we're going to do to help combat the heat is, since we're pointed south, we get the sun in the morning on this side of the boat, and then we get the sun in the evening on this side of the boat. So what I did is we took the Bimini top home, and I just took my regular sewing machine and sewed on some Velcro to each side of the Bimini, and then I got some Sunbrella fabric and measured it out, and we put a chain at the bottom of it for weight, a little link chain, sewed that into the bottom of it, and then I sewed Velcro strips on either side of this. So now, depending on which way the sun is, we can just slap this up here onto the Velcro, and it helps reduce the sun into the pit. And then the chain, I need to put it on the other side of the bar. Anyway, when I put that in on the other side of the bar, the chain will hold it down in place to keep the wind from blowing it through, and then that will give us some more shade and reduce the temperature in the cockpit.
And before we had that, we were just clipping a towel on just to do what we needed to do. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. Good improvement.
I like it.
Outside of our boat, when I look at temperature, the bottom of that is the bottom of the Bimini is 135. The cockpit cushion is 105. Side of the boat 105. So it's well over 100 degrees out here. So another thing we did to try to keep the place cool is we got one of these Arctic Cove misters. That's supposed to lower the temperature. One of our slip nippers down here just got one, and when we walked up and started talking to him, we could instantly feel the temperature drop. So hopefully this will help us out too. So we're going to install this thing. Nozzle cleaner, clips, mister. Not a whole lot to it.
A few moments later.
So we got our misters installed, and we're subject a little bit to the way the wind blows, but so far they're pretty fantastic. Do you like it?
It's better than not having it.
Yeah, it's definitely better than not having it, and it seems to do a pretty good job. I'm not disappointed.
Then we installed some Reflectix on our windows to help cut down on the sun shining into the cabin. Steve took the temperature of our windows, and it's like 130 degrees. So we went to Home Depot. We got this Reflectix, And I'm gonna take a piece of cardboard, I'm gonna trace out our windows and then apply that template to this Reflectix and then stick that into the windows and reflect some of that heat from inside our boat. Then we installed some shades on our port lights.
So another thing we did to combat heat, among other things, is we've got these Zarcor CloZure window blinds by Zarcor, and they go over your port light windows, and they're cut to whatever size you need. They go on like that, and you close them, and it gives you privacy. So we're going to give those a try. Our neighbors have them and they love them. They come in different colors. We got the ones that are room darkening, but they have some that are match the colors of your boat. They attach to the window or the port light with Velcro dots on the back, and they give you new little doggles. I think they're what they're called. They call them latches or something. Anyway, the handle is shaved just a little bit so that it can replace these and still move because of the added thickness. You actually give them a deposit for those, and then whenever you replace them, you send yours back and they give you your deposit back. But the beauty of these is you can close it, you can open it, and you can still see through it. You can always obviously open the window and still see through it. And since they're Velcroed on, you can just pop them off anytime you want. So it's not like a permanent thing. So we're going to give these a try and see if it lowers the temperature in here. This is the end result. We have our Reflectix insulation installed in the deadlights. And we have the Zarcor CloZures installed on the port lights. And it can't really tell on camera, but it's relatively dark in here. We also had another great sailing day. The wind was sort of opposite of what it usually is. Usually we get wind early and then it just goes away to zero. And this time it was the opposite. We had almost no wind, but then later in the day we were getting wind gusts of 20 knots. So it was a pretty good sail. This is also the first time we had anyone on the boat other than just Darla and I.
Did you say Darla?
No. This is also the first time we've had anyone on our boat other than ourselves while we were out sailing, so that was pretty exciting.
And the best part about having crew on the boat was that they could run the lines.
It was pretty easy to just tell them, hey, you grab this and you do that, and we could just chill out and not do much of anything, which was pretty nice. Just steer basically all day long and have them operate winches and whatnot, to traveler and things of that nature.
I think they had a good time.
Yeah, they had a good time. They're not going to go buy a sailboat, but they had a good time. So it was nice to finally figure out how the boat works with other people on it, because we just never done that before. And would they be in the way, or would we have to are they going to be scared? Congratulations, how do you feel?
Well, right now I feel just fine. Ask me again in a minute.
Congratulations, how do you feel?
Right now I feel just fine.
Oh.
So see, when I don't pay attention what happens? So conditions are I've got 15.7 knots of wind.
Sweet.
And I'm going 3 knots. What?
That doesn't sound like a very good ratio.
Right. That was why I was surprised. But it's probably because I'm at the helm. But it feels really windy in my face. That's 16.3 knots of wind.
Well, we're not rounding up.
Not yet. Give me a second. Watch. Hold my beer. Watch this. We have guests on our boat today.
We do. Mm-hmm. Wait, guests. Wait, I can do it too. If I go like this, we have guests on our boat. 1, 2. How do you feel? Do you enjoy sailing so far?
I like it.
Sailing's great.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yes.
What about when Darla's driving?
It's fun. It's more fun then.
Darla's great.
Yeah.
She finds shallow water.
She finds shallow water and big gusts of winds and make everything more interesting.
It's like a divining rod for shallow water.
I guarantee we're going to get past this marina and this boat's going to round the up.
Right.
And I'm gonna go, ah, Steve, help me. So crooked.
You're crooked. We're going 6 knots on 15 knots of wind. This is just about perfect. Now it's 17, 18, 18 and a half. Woo! Hold on. That's a gust. So it's blowing 19.7 now, steady. Is everybody awesome? We're doing good. We got a good stiff wind and it's pretty consistent. The only problem is that we're trying to go that way and not this way. We were doing really good downwind sailing, and then we rounded up into what, a half tack, and then we were in irons for a little while. Then we decided to untack. I'm just making words up now.
We tic-tacked.
Yeah, we tic-tacked. But we're doing pretty good. My mouth is dry. We keep getting this really awesome angle and trying to hold it steady.
I say we reef.
But we don't need to reef, right?
We're not going the direction we need to go.
Well, okay, you're right. But that doesn't necessarily mean we need a reef. It just means that we need to turn. Pretty good day. Even when the wind got hefty at the end of the day, we were leaning over and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool. So we had a pretty good day.
It was fun. What did you learn this week?
This week, I don't think I learned anything. That's probably not the best. That's probably not for the best. But in a way, I guess maybe that means you didn't make any mistakes. We got out of the slipping back successfully, no issues whatsoever. Sailing was good, so I don't think that I really learned anything. What about you?
I mean, it was our first time to have, other people on board, so I don't know that it was a learning thing, but maybe just being able to, be comfortable, make sure that they were safe and they were comfortable.
We were confident enough to have somebody on our boat, and before we would never have anybody just because it's like, well, we're responsible for human beings, and that's pretty heavy. Not that anything would go wrong. I mean, we're doing what we need to do. It was just in some ways it was rewarding, or whatever you want to call it, because it gave us more confidence to just be like, okay, well, we know what we're doing, and you if any question they had, we could answer it and all that. And they learned some of the terminology and all that kind of stuff. So
it was fun. It was a good day of sailing.
Yeah. So if anything, we learned that it is okay now, after doing this for a year, that we can take people on our boat, and I would probably take anybody at this point. So we hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did so, please leave a thumbs up, leave a like. Can you say leave a like? Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, so
give us a like, leave a comment, let us know how we're doing.
Yep.
If you have any questions.
Yeah. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, enjoy life and the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace. Just kidding. Shout out. Nobody's gonna know what that means.
No.
Oh well. All right, cool.